Hello, music lovers and conversationalists. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the return of Friday Firsts. And it is a Saturday edition, and I'm excited to share with you an artist who is one of my favorites. I've seen him several times, and this is not his debut album. I've already done his an episode with his debut album. I think one of the early episodes in the series, but Friday Firsts will still be doing debut albums, but I'm also expanding to different firsts, if you will. Say an artist signs with a different label and they put out their first album with that label, that will be considered a Friday First video. Also, if say two artists or more work together on an album for the first time, um, I would consider doing an album on that as an debut album, so to speak. Um, and also, if it's a all instrumental or whatever the case may be. And for this one, this is an album by a bluesman who's been in the business for a while. He's one of the most respected and one of the nicest bluesmen you're ever going to meet, and one of the nicest people you're ever going to meet in uh, general. And I've had the fortune of seeing him play live several times over the years since getting the blues bug, and that is none other than the living legend Tinsley Ellis, and this is his latest album called Naked Truth. This is an all acoustic, so there's the Friday First element of it by Tinsley, and this is a sensational album. There's 12 tracks, 9 originals, 4 acoustics, and 3 covers on here, and I'm going to take a few minutes and share my thoughts on it. And this is on the Powerhouse label, Alligator Records, and it's on a nice gold color album. And I don't know if you could see, but I also got it autographed. This was a pre-order that I got probably the end of January. I'm thinking warm weather here as it's a little snowy today in north of Boston. I almost said June instead of January, but this is just an album that's going to really knock your socks off, and it's really great listening to, and it really showcases Ellis's command on picking and slide guitar, and it's just been a fun album to listen to, and I really wanted to do my homework on this and break it down as much as possible, and hopefully it won't be too long-winded of a video. But as I mentioned, there are 3 covers, 4 acoustic songs, and it really just shows so many different sides of Tinsley Ellis's songwriting, his guitar skills, whether it's the picking or the slide, and the acoustic just really resonated with me, and how it just brought his just put the spotlight on his talents. And every now and then it's nice to hear an artist do an acoustic album and not really have a band with him, just the artist, the guitar, and a mic and whatever else they have with them. Just really bare bones and raw blues music at its finest. And like I said, I thought I'd take a few minutes and go over the album with you. As I mentioned, there are 3 covers on here. The first one is a Son House song, which is Death Letter Blues. Ellis really hits home on that one and really knocks it out of the park. It's just a fantastic cover, and anyone who's a fan of the classic blues, such as Death Letter Blues, is really going to love this one. And it's just one of my favorite covers of this song. And it follows up with another great tune written by the legendary Willie Dixon and performed by another legend, Muddy Waters, which his version is the most popular of this one, and it's called Don't Go No Further. Just a great, fun, as I said, classic blues, and Ellis again hits this one out of the park, and it's just gonna delight the traditional blues fans on this cover that he did. And last but not least for the covers, this is one of the instrumentals that I'll talk about in a few minutes, and it's called The Sailor's Grave on the Prairie, and it's by the late Leo Kottke, and I believe I'm pronouncing that last name correctly. This is just a fantastic instrumental that Ellis did, and it just really is a great tie into the other two songs for the covers, and also it works well with the rest of the acoustic songs off of the album. The album itself is just a great showcase and performance of Ellis's command on the acoustics, and it's just an excellent album to have in your collection. And speaking of excellent albums, this album is also going up against a few other albums that will be out or are scheduled to be out soon, early in 2024. The first one here is by Bernard Allison, and if that name sounds familiar, he is the son of the late great Luther Allison, and I believe Luther recorded a few albums off of Alligator as well, so there's the connection there with Tinsley and Luther. The album here is called Luther's Blues, and that was released digitally and I know the release for the physical format is coming out soon. I think it's probably already out. I just forget the name when the date is on that. So, but Bernard Allison usually does play a couple of tracks of songs of his father, I should say, at live shows, and he finally did an album where he laid down about 20 tracks of his father's tunes, and I can't wait to get this album. I have it on pre-order, and I hope it's on the way. I haven't received any updates on it, so I'll have to check on that. And also, we have two others, one from Mike Zito. This is an album called Life is Hard, and it was a dedication to his late wife, Laura, who sadly passed from stage 4 cancer back in the end of July. This album is just a fantastic album as well, and it really shows Mike pouring his heart out and going through the grieving process of losing his wife and best friend. This album, Life is Hard, is off. It's scheduled to drop on February 23rd, 2024, and I'll be doing a review of that one soon. And also, the legendary Walter Trout of John Mayall fame is going to be releasing his next album, Broken, which is scheduled to come out on March 1st of 2024. And for all you Beth Hart fans, there's a special surprise with him and her on this album. So keep your eyes and ears open. You're going to love what they have in store for you. So without any further delay, the album, as I said, has 4 instrumentals. The first one is called Silver Mountain, and this one is really a bright and cheerful track. It's a song that, when I listen to it, my mind drifts off to a distant mountainside where you just feel yourself kind of running through a field of wildflowers, and it's a really carefree type song with a bit of a Zeppelin-esque feel to it. I just love this song, and I think it's going to sound amazing in a live setting. The next one, as I mentioned before, is a cover, and it's The Sailor's Grave on the Prairie, and this one is by Leo Kottke, a fellow Georgian where Tinsley Ellis resides, and this is just a great display of Ellis's picking style, and it's just a full-bodied, soothing, reflective track, which is what I took away from it, and just a great tune to listen to and reflect, if you will. And the next tune is the third instrumental here, and it's called Alcovy Breakdown. I hope I'm pronouncing the first one right, the first word right. This is has a real get up and go vibe to it. It's one that I think is going to have a lot of replays, and definitely one that'll set your soul free. And it's just a fun song from beginning to end, and I really like that one a lot. The next song here is called Easter Song, the Easter Song, or Easter Song, I should say. And this song is the closer on the album, and it's the shortest one. I think it's about 1 minute and 52 seconds, 53 seconds, somewhere in that ballpark. And it's just a song that I think really is a good contrast to the opening track, which you'll hear me talk about next, and that's called Devil in the Room. This song, although it's the shortest, I think it really has a loud message to the listener. I hear elements of hope and rebirth and also healing in this song, and this I think will really resonate with the listener. So I think it's really cool to listen to the opening track, Devil in the Room, and then going right to the end and listening to Easter Song, and just hearing the comparison between the two is really cool. And of course, go back and listen to the whole album because it's well worth listening to. Each song has something to offer. And finally, I have the takeaway tracks from this album. And as I said, Devil in the Room is the opening track, and it's a bit on the dark side of Ellis's songwriting skills, at least I think, but also it'll definitely be its foot stomper, if you will, and it's going to really conjure up any lumbering evil spirits nearby, and it'll definitely leave your heart pumping from beginning to end. It's just a great song to listen to, and as I said, it really is a good contrast to Easter Song, the closing number on the track. The next two songs that I think are really standouts are Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. While this is a classic blues tune, it's a great slow blues slow burner of a blues tune, and it's one of cheating love, and you better hope that you'll get just horseshoes thrown at you when you come home. If you come home and not hand grenades, that's my takeaway from this song. But just a great classic blues number that many will gravitate towards. And the last tune on here that was a real standout for me was a song called Grown Ass Man. And this shows a fun, whimsical side of Tinsley Ellis. This song is really a great tune with a catchy beat to it, I think. You definitely can tell that Ellis had a fun time writing this song and recording it, and I hope that it'll be in the live set the next time I get to see Tinsley Ellis play. So that is my review for Tinsley Ellis's new album called Naked Truth. And this album is one of my favorites so far of 2024. I don't know if this will be in the mix for a Blues Music Award this year, but I think for 2025, this should definitely win Blues Acoustic Artist of the Year and for this album. And I think there is also a category for Blues Acoustic Album of the Year. I just am not 100% positive on this, but this is an album that you must have in your collection if you're an acoustic music fan and an acoustic blues fan. This is, once again, Naked Truth by Tinsley Ellis, and it's off of the Alligator Records label. And thank you again for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Friday 1st is back, and this is a Saturday edition. Hope you are having a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.